On this week's show, some Liberty Flames get an NFL opportunity, plus a softball flamethrower explains why she transferred to LU.
Then Liberty Golf comes up clutch, and we spend time with one of the biggest Flames fans on the planet. This is Flame Central. Hey there, and welcome into our Flame Central studios. It's a busy time of year with championships and graduation, but we'll be here for you through all of the chaos. I'm Emily Austin alongside Matt Warner.
Yeah, we'll get you caught up on all the latest around Liberty athletics, including a conversation with Ritchie McKay about the new look men's basketball team. But first, we're talking football.
That's right. As many of you know, the NFL draft took place last week, and just because there weren't any Liberty football players who heard their names called doesn't mean they aren't getting an opportunity to play at the next level. The first big news was offensive lineman Xavier Gadlin signing as an undrafted free agent with the Tennessee Titans, still the home of former Liberty quarterback Malik Willis. Gadlin was a team captain and one of the best leaders for the Flames since transferring prior to the 2022 season. The 6'3" lineman was a standout performer in the Hula Bowl, the East-West Shrine Bowl, as well as the NFL Combine. Throughout the draft process, Gadlin has shown his versatility with reps at multiple positions, including tackle, guard, and center. And many of us know his personality shined just as bright off the field. Hopefully, the Titans are able to see his value through camp and beyond.
Yeah, and Gadlin not the only Flame getting a pro opportunity. Liberty leading tackler in 2023, Tyron Dupree, accepted a minicamp invite to join the New York Jets. Dupree had a breakout campaign in 2023, recording 123 tackles, the most he'd had in one season. Before that was only 47. For his efforts, Dupree was named the Conference USA Defensive Player of the Year, and now he'll get a chance to show what he can do at the New York Jets rookie minicamp. And we're not done yet. Safety Brandon Bishop and offensive lineman John Graham have also received minicamp invites. Bishop with the Indianapolis Colts and Graham with the Miami Dolphins. Bishop spent just one season on the mountain. He was second on the team in tackles last season with 61, while recording 3 interceptions. Meanwhile, John Graham was a part of Liberty's dominant offensive line this past season. He started every game at left guard, and now will try to make the jump to the next level.
Switching gears to the Diamond, Liberty softball didn't waste any time making its presence known in its first year in Conference USA. The Lady Flames finished with a 19-5 CUSA record, clinching the regular season title and the #1 seed in the conference championships. But it isn't necessarily smooth sailing from here on out. Liberty will face top 25 opponents in each of its final 4 games of the regular season. First up is number 16, Virginia Tech, and the Hokies got it going early with an Addie Green 2-run shot in the first inning. Tech up 2-0, and that score will stay the same until the 5th. Bree Peck going deep, this one just out of Mary Claire Wilson's reach. Hokies now leading 4-0, but Liberty will find life late. Bren McManus starts off the rally with an RBI triple, but Tech will go on to hold off the Lady Flames. Liberty falls 4-1. Well, in the transfer portal, a student athlete has multiple options to continue his or her collegiate career. In our series, Why Liberty, we've heard a number of reasons why student athletes chose Liberty. And the most common reflects the foundation of this university, training champions for Christ. And that's no different for Lady Flame transfer pitcher Elena Escobar.
Hi, my name's Elena Escobar. I play softball, and I'm a transfer from North Alabama. I think I was just looking for something different. I was at North Alabama for 2 years, and it just wasn't the right fit for me. And so when I came on my visit, I absolutely fell in love with the school and the campus, and Dot, she's absolutely amazing. What I love about Coach Dot is that she is a fireball. She is so full of energy, and she's just crazy in the best ways. And if you're not feeling like good that day, or you're not feeling like the most energetic, she will provide the energy for you. So it's something to look forward to. They were so welcoming, and I think that since they've already seen me play and we've played against them, that I feel like there was already a level of respect for me as a player. And then personally, I've just made some of the greatest friendships here, and I really love the girls on the team. They are actually some of the best people I've ever met.
Elena Escobar now in the circle for Liberty.
My faith has really grown since I've gotten here because I just have learned so much more about what it means to be a Christian, and even in the game, I make sure to pray before every single one of my games, and being here I've just learned so much more about Christ and what it really means to be a Christian, and I think it really shows in the classroom. Before every class here we pray, and I love it. It's just such a good start. Wow, it's such a blessing that I get to be here every day.
I love hearing those transfer stories. Well, we stay on the diamond, but turn to baseball. The Flames have about 3 weeks left in the regular season. And while it's been a struggle recently, they're hoping they can still get hot heading into the conference tourney.
A midweek win over Campbell would be a nice start. And if you were late getting to the ballpark for this one, you missed a lot. Campbell would score twice in the top of the first before Liberty answered with 5 in the bottom half of the inning, highlighted by a 3 RBI double from John Simmons. In the third, it was that Simmons guy again. A solo shot made it 7-3 Flames. It was his 4th long ball of the season. And as it turns out, it would be the bats that carried the day in this one. Liberty scores in every inning but the 5th, as they were aided by 15 walks from Campbell pitchers. The Flames end up taking it by a final of 14-9, a much-needed midweek win for LU, as they'll now jump back into Conference USA play this weekend.
From the diamond to the links, Liberty Golf trailed UTEP going into the final day of the CUSA Championship. And like most Liberty programs, the Flames were seeking their first Conference USA title. And it turned out 36 holes of match play wouldn't be enough to name the winner. It would take a few big moments from Josh Ryan, Austin Barbin, Isaac Simmons, and Ike Joy, who led Liberty to extra hole drama. And then the Flames end up coming from behind on the final day in dramatic playoff fashion to win the CUSA Championship. This is the program's 8th conference title since 2011. With the victory, the Flames get an automatic bid and will tee off in the NCAA Regional from May 13th to 15th.
Well, as we are now in the month of May, graduation season has begun. And that means for many Liberty athletes, these are the final days they'll ever spend on this campus in this capacity. And with that in mind, the athletic department wanted to send them out right. So for the very first time, these graduates were honored at a student-athlete graduation celebration. On Monday, 133 graduating student-athletes came out to Osborne Stadium. Athletic Director Ian McCaw, Liberty President Dondi Costin had a chance to share their appreciation for these graduates. And then it was time for photos, food trucks, and fun, the 3 Fs. A great send-off for many of these seniors who will remember their time on the mountain fondly.
It's so fun seeing everyone, all the friends I've made throughout my time here, and just seeing everyone on the team, graduating, we've made it, and doing it together is just really special.
It's just fun to be able to support all the student athletes together rather than individually, because then we just get to see all the people who really put so much effort and time into not only, being students, but also athletes at the same time. It's really an accomplishment to be able to be here.
We wanted to make this a really just fun, enjoyable graduation ceremony for the student athletes, and they've worked incredibly hard to earn their Liberty degree, and today's the day just to relax, enjoy some food and fellowship and fun.
Coming here my freshman year and just seeing everyone grow up to now is honestly very touching to my heart, because we've been through a lot of trials, a lot of tribulations, and also a lot of wins, and doing homework together or eating food together, and it's just a huge community, and I just love it.
I look back to my freshman year and I kind of see myself as a boy going into a new country, new school, and now I feel like I've still, of course, got a lot of room to grow, but I feel like I've grown up a ton. I've become more independent and mature, and I have a lot to thank Liberty University for.
I've been able to accomplish more than I ever thought possible as an athlete, but most importantly, just as a woman of God. I've grown so much in my faith, and I truly have Liberty to thank for that, so it's been incredible.
All congrats to them. With so many student athletes turning the page to the next chapter of life, it means countless teams will look a lot different next season. And that is a fact for Liberty men's basketball. The Flames welcome in 4 new players this upcoming season. So, of course, we invited head coach Ritchie McKay on the Flame Central podcast powered by Alcova Mortgage. So, Coach McKay, how do you feel about your incoming transfers?
This portal class, if you will, I'm really excited about them. Obviously, there's a transition in the way a team unites and bonds. You can never predict that. You can hope, but I just think that'll be the crucible, if you will, for how far we can go as a program in the coming season. What we need to find out is who plays well with whom and what kind of tempo we can play with, and if that added length and size can give us a little different look on either end of the floor. And I hope by the fall we kind of know where we are. It's something that I feel like we as a staff really, really want to honor. That's the opportunity to be a part of Liberty and competing for a championship. That's who we've been.
What an informative conversation with Coach McKay. Pretty much the complete opposite of our halftime interviews. If you're a Flames basketball fan, then you need to check out this episode. If you're not, well, you should be. Some great content. It's the Flame Central podcast powered by Alcova Mortgage. You can download and subscribe wherever you listen to your favorite podcast, or you can watch us on the Liberty Flames YouTube channel. We drop a new entertaining episode each and every week. All right, we take a quick timeout, but when we come back, experience a game with the ultimate Liberty superfan.
Plus, Rhett McGibbon joins me for Warm Hot Enfuego as he names the top athletes of the week. That's when Flames Central returns.
At Liberty, we train champions for Christ. But what does that really mean? Does it mean having 180 conference titles, over 700 programs, and state-of-the-art facilities? No. Being a champion for Christ isn't just about being great. It's why we're great. We push harder, go farther, study longer, because we believe in one simple calling: to change the world and share the love of Jesus. Welcome to Liberty University, where we train champions for Christ.
At Liberty University, we understand life can be unpredictable, and when you need a resilient career, your education should withstand any test. So we've made sure the degree you need is within reach by freezing one of the lowest tuition rates in the nation for 8 years and counting, and giving scholarships, discounts, and credit for work you've already done. Because we're proud of what you do. We've done this for over 30 years, and we know how to help. We're here to help you.
A college degree is more than a diploma. It's taking control of your future and finding that next step. At Liberty University, we not only care about your career, we also care about your calling. And we want to help you learn, develop, and grow so you can make an impact as a champion for Christ. Over 600 online programs, one you, infinite possibilities.
Welcome back to Flame Central. As Liberty's athletic department has found more and more success through the years, its fan base has grown and become more and more passionate. You hear coaches say it all the time. Home court advantage is a real thing on the mountain, thanks to Flames Nation. But this next fan you're about to meet takes it to an entirely different level. I present you Andrew Carter.
Being Liberty Athletics' #1 sports fan, I'm at as many home games as I possibly can. And this is me suiting up for the game, as this is my routine. Grab my hats, and I can't forget my promotional cup. Get $1 refills in all Liberty sporting events. I almost forgot. My lucky socks. I am getting suited up for the Liberty versus Western Kentucky softball game. First pitch is set for 6 o'clock. For softball, I normally arrive at least an hour and a half before first pitch. Can't forget about the bobblehead. Somebody's got to start these student lines, so I'm normally one of the first ones in line. Are you also on the world's greatest women's track and field team? Oh, absolutely. Good stuff. My name is Andrew. The students are in the stadium.
Welcome into Lynchburg.
First order of business, game day essential, Dr. Pepper. Game day essential, check. One run could mean the difference between victory and defeat for either side.
Time now to meet tonight's starting pitcher for Liberty, and that will be left-hander Halen Yoder.
She's really good at changing speeds. She's very calm, collective on the mound, very competitive as well.
Oh! Backing up as Roberts makes the grab. Hitting .364, pacing the late.
Let's go, Ruth!
Sander has a line toward third, an easy grab by Sander.
Dang, that was a good catch. Not much you can do with a catch like that. Not much you can do. Let's go MC!
With Yoder on the mound, even though she is a freshman, she has a lot of experience this year.
That's driven toward right field. Roop will drip back, but this could be deep enough. Roop from right, the throw comes home. Sales slides in safely, and Western Kentucky takes the early 1-0 lead.
So what if Western Kentucky scored first? We'll answer. I have faith. I have faith in my team.
Little dribbler out in front of home plate.
Oh, this is gonna be tight!
Warner tries to beat it out, but they...
No! No way! No way! Out by the absolute slimmest of margins. Come.
Payoff caught the inside corner. What a pitch as Jesse swings through it.
This girl means business big time. This girl means business. Let's go!
One aboard, one away. Top of the fourth inning, 1-0 lead for the Hilltoppers. Line drive.
Oh, double play, double play! Yeah! Oh! Let's go! Bet you didn't see that one coming, Western Kentucky! I bet you didn't see that one coming! Boom! Bet they didn't see that one coming. Boom!
This is when the pressure begins to mount for the Flames. They're running out of opportunities here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Showing some confidence. Squaring around is Barrett, perfectly placed. And
that is a disaster of a mistake!
You can hear the LUs starting to echo throughout the park. I don't want to jump too early, but this feels like the ball game right here.
It boils down to Rachel Rube. This is the best chance that we've got to get a run on the board. Let it fly, Rachel Rube. Let it fly.
Here's the 3-0. Downstairs, ball 4, and they wanted no part of Rachel Rube. And and that'll bring up Mary Claire Wilson.
She puts the ball in play, and that's what she needs to do right now.
Field charging on is Weber, and she makes the grab, ending the inning, leaving the bases loaded, and the Flames, despite threatening cold strike 3, a late signal by the home plate umpire, and Jesse.
Not even Duke could shut us out. Not even Duke. I'm at just about every single Liberty Athletics sporting event. While we may not emerge always on top with the dub, a game is a game, win or loss, upset or blowout. Like, I'm going to be a Liberty Athletics' #1 sports fan.
Thanks to our Josh Quigg for putting that feature together. Andrew, this super fan, man, I don't think he's missed an event that I've ever covered. We were just out doing a shoot, and there's a Liberty track meet going on, and I see him walking by with his cape. It doesn't matter what sporting event, he will be there.
Well, I like seeing that Andrew and I both share a strong passion for Dr. Pepper, so that's number one. But these are the kind of fans you want, right? Maybe not everybody's going to put on the cape, but he lives and dies with every result. He cares so deeply about the teams and the athletes. And that's what you want more of, right? So have enjoyed having him here the last 4 years.
Step it up, Flames Nation. All right, our next update comes from the volleyball court. Earlier this week, head coach Trevor Johnson resigned from his position to pursue other opportunities. In his 6 seasons at Liberty, he finished with an 89-75 overall record. Director of Athletics Ian McCaw said, quote, "We wish Trevor and his family the very best as they move on to their next opportunity. Now, a national search for the program's 9th head coach will begin immediately."
All right, time now for Warm, Hot, and Fuego. Rhett McGibbon is here with us. Rhett, you took a sabbatical last week from the show. Don't ever do that. It was rough. It was rough, Rhett. We survived, but glad you're back. Glad to be back on this side of this table. For sure. All right, top player moment from the past week in Liberty Athletics. What do you have for us this week? Start with Warm.
Warm. Adelaide Watts, javelin thrower, freshman. All right, you know what they say? Speak softly and carry a big stick. She's doing just that here. The freshman going off here as of late. A personal best, 158 feet, 3 inches. That knocked off last year's 2023 ECAC champion by 2 feet. Now, get this. This freshman, okay, we already mentioned this. We say we're like in the golden years of Liberty Athletics. There's more gold to be found. That's what
keep mining.
Just keep digging deeper. Already number 3 on LU's all-time list for javelin throwing as a freshman. Wow. Like, why not just go number 1 this year?
Sure,
Adelaide, why not? Get there.
Let's do it. Bright future ahead for her, certainly. All right, from Warm, we go to Hot. Who's your pick?
Cammie Merkel. They took on Jacksonville recently. Now, little sports trivia for you here. Do you know what 5 goals are called in an athletic event?
I don't.
It's called a glut.
A glut?
Yeah, it's kind of weird. I don't know. Maybe we can use that in future
you go
broadcasts.
hat trick.
Yes.
Then
a haul.
A haul.
A haul. And then a glut. Yes.
Now, I think, isn't it 3 strikeouts and baseball's the golden sombrero? So that's different.
That would be different.
Okay,
a glut. Very different. But 5 goals for Cammie Merkel against Jacksonville. Unfortunately, the Flames would fall in overtime to their arch nemesis. They just cannot seem, unfortunately, to get it done against them. But Cammie Merkel, ever since Mackenzie Lehman went down, she has been called upon to not only be a secondary scorer, but a primary scorer. And she's filled that role pretty well. Second on the team in goals with 31. They're going to need more of that. And Cammie Merkel, with that blazing red hair, she can get it done. She's got the fire.
Absolutely. All right, finally, Rhett, Enfuego. Who's Enfuego this week?
It's KK Madre. And this young lady, defense to offense. All right, I kind of listed them here. The first one, New Mexico State, she had that diving catch, gets on her knees, chucks it to first for the double play. That one was on SportsCenter. We talked about that. Then against UTEP, another dive into kind of like left center field, absolutely robs what looked to be a double, would score some runs. The third one, at the warning track, had the distance. It was just going to go over the fence, and she reaches up and grabs it, saves a home run, and then she gets the offense going as well. A 2-run shot in game 2 to kind of get the Flames bats going in that one. Coming into home plate, she hits the gritty to get the party started as well. And KK, I would almost, as a coach, if you're saying, okay, we've got to like pull this ball to right field, because anything in left right now, she has it absolutely dialed in, and it's just getting there.
You know, Emily starts the show with the gritty many times as well, coming into the studio, so they have that in common. Rhett, great job as always. Much more Flame Central coming up after this.
Welcome to Liberty University's online programs, where living out your calling with integrity is what you train to do. And getting ready for the future doesn't mean missing out on the now. Because a university is more than buildings and books. And an education should set you free, not fence you in. Welcome to Liberty's global campus, where distance learning was pioneered and evolved into one of the top-ranked schools in the nation. Where protecting your budget, your time, and your education isn't just a theory, it's our priority. Here, degrees in your field reflect industry demands and help you get ahead of the competition. Where college comes to you, but you can come to college too. Game day, homecoming, graduation day. Your school, your values, your experience, your choice. Welcome to Liberty University, where we train champions for Christ.
So you're looking for a university that's perfect for you, a school that has anything you could possibly need.
Anything?
You want a place that has the programs you want to study, and maybe a few more, just in case you change your mind.
I think I'm going to sign up for the fashion design program.
All right. A place with state-of-the-art facilities. I mean, look at this campus.
And who doesn't love big-time sports?
And great recreational activities.
Okay, now we're on a roll. Somewhere you can hike, slide, strike, shoot, climb, eat, and most importantly, eat. You want a place that takes you to space? Okay, maybe not, but we can teach you how to fly, or pastor a church, or run a business. And all that with a great view? Yeah, I think I know a place.
We are about out of time this week. As always, for any stories you might have missed, go to libertyflamecentral.com.
Just because sports are slowly winding down doesn't mean the Flame Central podcast, powered by Alcova Mortgages, we will be
Never
here.
Stop.
We will be here all summer long.
Absolutely.
For Matt, I'm Emily. We'll see you right back here next week.
You might have heard some things about Liberty University, like how we're just a little Christian school in the middle of nowhere. And there's nothing to do here. I mean, come on. You know us. Boring.
Boring?
Yeah. They say we don't work as hard, think as hard, try as hard.
I object.
The truth is, well, we might surprise you.